Attention passionate Chicago, Bears fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Chicago Bears' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Chicago Bears fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Chicago Bears fans. Let's get to the news. Now, folks, buckle up because what's unfolding right now in the NFL, especially in the NFC North, is nothing short of a seismic shift, and our beloved Chicago Bears are at the center of it all. The rumors swirling from league sources, including the well-connected Adam Schefter, are pointing toward a potential blockbuster trade that could reshape the entire landscape of our division, maybe even the entire NFC playoff picture. And it involves none other than Patrick Surtain, one of the most elite cornerbacks in the league today. Yes, you heard that right. This isn't just speculation. It's a serious possibility that could have lasting implications for the Bears, Denver Broncos, and the NFC North as a whole. Let's set the stage here. The Denver Broncos, currently sitting at a solid 6-2 record, are dealing with some pretty serious issues on their roster. Despite their winning record, the team has been plagued by injuries, especially along the offensive line. It's been a tough year for them, particularly with their OL giving up an average of 3-4 sacks per game. That's a significant problem because it puts their quarterback under constant pressure, and it's no secret that a shaky line can derail even the most talented offenses. On top of that, their defense, which we all know is supposed to be their strength, has been leaking points, allowing around 24 points per game. That's not ideal when you're aiming for a deep playoff run, especially with a team that's supposed to contend in the AFC. Yet amidst all these issues, the Broncos are apparently open to making a big move, and that move could very well be trading away Patrick Surtain. Now, why would they do that? Well, sources suggest that Denver is looking to clear some cap space, about $16 million, to fund extensions for their younger players like Bo Nix, who they see as a cornerstone for their future. And that's where Chicago comes into the picture. The Bears, sitting at 4-4 after a narrow Week 8 victory and currently holding around $7 million in cap space, are desperately seeking to bolster their secondary. With Kyler Gordon and Jalen Johnson both on injured reserve, their secondary has been vulnerable, and they need a game-changing talent to elevate their pass defense. Surtain, with his elite coverage skills, could be exactly what Chicago needs to turn things around defensively and make a push for the postseason. Let's talk about Patrick Surtain. This guy is a true lockdown corner, a player who embodies everything you want in a shutdown defender. His career stats speak volumes: 14 interceptions, 52 pass deflections, and a lifetime PFF grade of 91.2, which is elite by any standard. In 2025, up until September 15th, he's already picked off 4 passes and deflected 19 throws. His allowed completion percentage of just 51% and EPA per target of -0.46 make him a nightmare for opposing offenses. Plus, his yards after catch allowed is only 3.8 yards, and he's got a success rate of 69% on jams. This isn't just a guy who covers, he's a game changer. His ability to blanket receivers and force opponents into difficult throws is reminiscent of some of the best in NFL history. His 2 All-Pro selections, along with his impressive metrics, evoke comparisons to legendary shutdown corners like Darrelle Revis in his prime, especially in terms of island coverage. And it's not just about raw numbers. Surtain's technique, instincts, and football IQ make him a player who can elevate an entire secondary. But of course, it's not all smooth sailing. Denver, despite their impressive odds of +4-0 to win Super Bowl LXI, is currently facing some doubts. Bo Nix, their quarterback, has been inconsistent, with a QBR of 84.3, and the team's playoff chances are not guaranteed. Their main concern is their offensive line, which has allowed an average of 4 sacks per game, a number that's just unacceptable for a team with postseason ambitions. Trading Surtain could be seen as a reset move, similar to what the Kansas City Chiefs did in 2024 when they traded veterans in a partial rebuild. It's a tough pill to swallow for Broncos fans, especially considering Surtain's young age, just 25, and the fact that his contract is set to expire soon. Some analysts see this potential trade as a way for Denver to get some much-needed draft capital and rebuild their roster from the ground up, focusing on protecting Nix and building a stronger, more balanced team. Now, looking at the Bears' perspective, this isn't just about adding a talented player. Surtain would bring a transformational presence to their secondary. Opposite Jaylon Jones, he could become a true shutdown corner, capable of locking down the opponent's top receiver and significantly reducing the passing yards allowed. His impact would be immediate, projected to generate over 6 interceptions and increase pass deflections by around 22%. With him in the fold, the Bears' pass defense, which currently allows 218 yards per game, could drop closer to 178 yards, making life much easier for their pass rush and defensive front. Under the tactical guidance of head coach Matt Eberflus, who emphasizes disciplined, physical defense, Surtain's addition would be like adding a chess piece that forces offenses to rethink their entire game plan. His ability to force punts, raising the team's punt rate from 37% to around 45%, would be a huge boost. Plus, his presence would help the Bears generate more third-down stops, raising their conversion rate from 62% to an impressive 75%. That's a game-changer in terms of field position and overall defensive efficiency. From a broader perspective, acquiring Surtain would do a lot more than just improve the secondary. It would elevate the Bears' entire Super Bowl outlook. Currently, their odds of winning are around +8-0, which isn't great, but with Surtain, those odds could improve dramatically to around +3,500. That's a huge jump, and it makes the Bears a real contender, especially if they can leverage his skills to neutralize top opposing receivers like Justin Jefferson, creating a secondary that's truly elite. Projected wins this season could jump from around 9-5 to 12, and Surtain's experience. He's already played in postseason games and has 2 interceptions in the playoffs. Means he could be the clutch player Chicago needs to handle the Goff-led Lions or other playoff-caliber quarterbacks. Imagine the impact of Surtain in Chicago, reminiscent of the era when Peanut Tillman led the Bears' secondary. That's the kind of transformative, fan-favorite player who can ignite a defense and drive a team deep into the postseason. His presence could help define a new era for the Bears, one where their defense becomes a nightmare for offenses and a key component of a Super Bowl run. It's a bold move, no doubt, but one that could put Chicago back on the map as a dominant defensive team, capable of competing with the best of the best in the league. And let's not forget, this potential trade also signals a strategic shift for Denver. They might be looking at a partial rebuild, clearing the decks of veterans and high-priced contracts to set themselves up for the future. For Denver, losing Surtain would be tough, but it could be a necessary step in their long-term plan, especially if they believe that the draft picks they receive, like a first-rounder in 2026 and a fourth-rounder in 2027, can help them build a more balanced, resilient team. It's a classic case of trading a star for future assets, and in the NFL, those moves can sometimes define a franchise's trajectory for years to come. So, fans of the Bears, this isn't just idle gossip. It's a real, tangible possibility that could shape the next few years of our team's history. The acquisition of Surtain would not only provide an immediate boost, but could also be the foundation of a defensive unit that rivals the best in the league. It's about creating a defense that's feared, a secondary that can lock down opponents and give our offense the space to operate with confidence. Chicago's future could be on the verge of a major turning point, and this move might just be the catalyst that propels us back to the top. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Chicago Bears news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Chicago Bears fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential blockbuster trade? Do you believe Surtain is the missing piece to elevate our defense to elite status? Or do you think the price, both in draft capital and the risk, might be too high? Drop your thoughts in the comments below because your opinion matters so much to us and to the Bears. This is the kind of move that can spark debates, passion, and hope among our fans, and I want to see what you think. Keep the conversation going, and remember, I'll be back soon with more updates, more analysis, and more of everything you need to stay ahead of the game in the NFL and, of course, for our beloved Chicago Bears. Stay tuned, stay passionate, and let's keep dreaming big, Bears fans. The season is still unfolding, and who knows? Maybe this trade will be the spark that ignites our greatest run yet. Thanks for being with me today, and I'll see you in the next video.